The Gundam guy's Domon Kasshu. As featured in the anime, my least favorite Gundam anime, I know you want to fight me now, G Gundam. What can I say? But I do have a special place in my heart for El Mexican Gundam. But in all seriousness, I noticed that there's a huge gap in the YouTube algorithm or at all for Gundam guys and Gundam girls figures. Why not do another one, considering this came way early? The box is your standard fare Gundam guys box. And like always, they have like some really cheesy version of the mobile suit. It's like they just please, Madhouse, get illustrations of the mobile suits. Could we stop using like figure arts toys versions of the Gundam model kits? I don't know. Would it be that hard? Hell, if you pay me, I'll paint mobile suits for you to use on the box art. How's that? Anyway, outside of the box, it's the standard fare. Let's fast forward. When you get this figure out of the box, it's actually very nice. It comes with the usual clear base stand, and someone in the comments in the previous video made it just painfully aware that they don't really put any effort in the stands, and it totally hit me when the guy said something. And I kind of get why they do that. These are manufactured in China, we've also got coronavirus, and I'm pretty sure they're trying to keep the overhead low. Because let's face it, these figures when they hit America, they get expensive, dude. If you can get them from Japan, at retail, they're about 120 bucks. But the second they leave Japan, the price skyrockets. Oh, by the way, thanks to Rona and other things, model kits are going to cost more money. I figured I'd tell you first before you got the hard news the hard way. Anyway, this figure, one pose, which that's what you expect. It's like a low-level statue. These are statues for broke people. Sadly, they're still expensive. It comes with like a reproduction of the photo Domon Kasshu carries of Kyoji. I think it's a nice touch. Would have been better if it was actually ripped in half, in my opinion. You know, small bones. The other side has Japanese writing. I don't know what the hell it says. Obviously, I can't read kanji. Let's see. You get two swords. And for future reference, his head comes off. It'll make it easier for you to put the swords on. Don't make the same mistake I did fighting it and then scratch the cape. The paint's easy to scratch, believe it or not. I think with the level of force I put in, anything would scratch. It's not bad. You know, if you're into Gundam G Fighter, you're gonna love this. If you got disposable income, you're probably going to cop it. Anyway, I will say that the shading and tones in the cape, I like it. The pants, great. They really nailed the boots in my opinion. It's a very stylized version of Domon Kasshu, and it doesn't look like him at times, in my personal opinion. I think the attempt to get the right sort of shadowing and shading on the face, you know, because of his hair, leaves it to look odd in certain lights. Is this a deal breaker? Probably not. I mean, you'd really have to get up on this thing to have those sort of gripes. I'm just giving you an honest opinion from someone with a critical eye. And obviously, I must like the thing if I bought it. I figured he'd go great with my resin kit God Gundam. Just haven't gotten around to building and painting it. Time constraints. You know, what was the significance of the broken sword? I can't remember much of G Gundam. Oh, and another thing. There's a hole in the cape. Would have been nice if they gave you a plug or something. Because it's to key in the sheath version. Why didn't they just have the sheath version without plugging it into the cape? Because the hands would have held it anyway. Oh yeah, putting it in the hands, you're gonna have to use a little force. Not too much though. I don't know. Like, the sheath version of the sword really confuses me that they had that key slot. It just leaves a hole in the figure if you dare not put it in. Also, warnings with these Gundam guy figures. If you put the sheath in and you wanted to take it out and have him hold the sword without the sheath on it, be very careful. Once again, these key parts are easy to break. Somehow I scratched the base. I don't know how I did it. Oh, and the feet plug into the base, both feet. But you gotta force his legs open a little bit. It's not something you really want to do, in my opinion, because, you know, I've broken one of these before. So putting any extra force on any part of this thing leaves a normal person kind of weary. And that's about it, in all honesty. There isn't much to say about it. And I figured since no one else has really reviewed this thing, except for one guy, I'd give it a shot. If you're into Gundam G Fighter, if you love Domon Kasshu, if you know the, still, what the hell is that thing it says? The Winds of the King? You know, with him and Master Asia, Zensen, Keiretsu, Tempei Kyoran, and then you like throw your leg in the air and pretend like you're kicking some sort of ass, but in all actuality, you're in your PJs, and your kick was nothing short of disgusting. If Bruce Lee saw you do that kick, he'd vomit in his mouth if he was still alive. But you're still throwing around the love Sekihand Shoken, or whatever the hell they call it. This is where I would use clips from the show, but Bandai has been on a copyright frenzy, children. So now you can't even use clips to better, to inform people who don't watch this shit what exactly is going on. To someone who's a passerby, they're like, okay, dude in a cape carrying a sword, what gay anime is this? And that's when you break out the G-Fighter stuff, but nope, can't do that. So you're just gonna have to Google it yourself, actually YouTube it, you'll find it. Yeah, the story's confusing, the characters, it's just like a few crowning moments, in my opinion, I'm not the be-all end-all, but let's face it, some people take their Gundam shows very, very seriously. My God, Crow-sama loves age so much, it's borderlining on obsession. He's like, I've just dropped hundreds of dollars on these random age things. You're like, what is Crow doing? It's like a gambling addiction. No, well, I can't say anything. I bought this figure, and I don't even like G Gundam much at all. I just figured he'd look real cool next to the God Gundam. Got this below retail, by the way. If you're buying in America, if you can find one, Domon Kasshu sold out in America, so good luck. You're looking at anywhere between $165 and up. Then you count shipping if you order from overseas. Those secondhand guys, they're price gouging like crazy. The shipping could shoot this thing up to $200. It's painful. But, like I said, got it below retail with free shipping. I got real lucky on this one. Oh well, I'm out of here. Time to go paint a model kit and film and do that whole jazz.